Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to go for high quality, free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the chart. In this video, I will be speaking about USDCAD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect of this market. Then we will move to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market are doing, which are essentially hedge funds, so the big players in the market. And by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here on this pair. Now, starting from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we just got a very strong impulse to the upside, followed by this correction. Now, in general, after the impulse, if you want to measure the correction, what you have to do is take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And if we do that, we can see how the market here has just created a perfect correction to the zone, which is in between the 50% and 0.618 of the Fibonacci taken on this monthly impulse, which is a quite strong area of monthly demand and support, which if we extend to the left, we can see how it was actually confluence of support, because we not only had the 50% and 0.618, but we also had this previous monthly supply zone from which all this move to the downside was created, which since there was previous supply, it is now turned demand and support here, which was creating confluence of support, which in fact made the market stop at this level and immediately get rejected to the upside. Dropping down on the weekly, what do we see? Now, from a weekly perspective, we can see how during all this move to the upside, there is one candle not related to the move. Now, that candle is exactly this red candle here, which being previous resistance that is now turned support, we could expect the market to test and to start to reject to the upside, which is in fact exactly what the market is currently doing. The market is testing this previous weekly resistance turn support and rejecting it to the upside in a quite aggressive way. Going down on the daily, what do we see? Now, from a daily perspective, we can see how we did have this horizontal accumulation in which during the move to the downside, the market created a lot of sideways movement, showing how a lot of longs on USDCAD were accumulated inside of this area, potentially from an institutional perspective, as we will now see later on by looking at the COT data. And as the market is currently rejecting this area to the upside, we could expect more bullish price action to be created away from the zone. However, it is also important to keep in mind that if we look at the structure, we can see how this area was and is currently still previous daily resistance that if the market will successfully manage to break to the upside, meaning if we will have a successful daily close above the zone, all this previous resistance would become support. So if we actually got here a retest of this previous resistance turn support, this would be a quite interesting area inside of which we could be looking for a potential rejection to the upside. At least the market would have good probabilities of creating a rejection to the upside away from this area. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market are doing, and we check the data specifically for the CAD, we can see how we went from having a positive net positioning with more longs than shorts on the institutional side of the market with 26k net positions with 51k longs compared to only 24k shorts, all the way down to currently having the complete opposite. So a negative net positioning with more shorts than longs on the institutional side of the market, 92k shorts compared to only 60k longs. This makes the CAD weak, which makes USDCAD strong, increasing the probabilities that if we get a retest of this support, the market could get rejected to the upside. So if we will have a retest of this area, how we could be approaching a potential rejection to the upside? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily combined with the COT data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the downside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we would have to an intraday bullish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for a potential rejection to the upside for the market to complete the weekly impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. If you want to learn more, so what I'm speaking about when I say valid entries and these kind of things, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website. Here you have the possibility to get access to the mentorship program completely for free. In it, you will have all my courses with all the rules of the strategies. You also have the possibility to get access to one-on-one private mentoring, the web market breakdowns with the Telegram signals, the COT data software, which is the one that we used precisely in this analysis, the trading station software, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. And if you continue to scroll down, you will see that at the moment there is this massive promotion in which you can get completely free access to the mentorship program by following these 3 easy steps. So I really suggest that at least you go and check it out at Transparent FX Trading, and I will see you on it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you, and I will see you in my next breakdown.